like I was really overwhelmed.
I was always very nervous to sort of apply for something, then put myself out there, and it was a risk.
Gone for opportunities in the past and they haven't quite worked out, so it was very kind of reassuring, like getting this opportunity, and I was super grateful. And
it's also one of the reasons why I picked Collarts. So it was always something that I really wanted to do.
When I got the phone call, I was like, damn, I couldn't really believe it. And I went to my housemates and we all sort of jumped around in a circle in the kitchen. It was pretty exciting to sort of get an opportunity to go to Germany to write songs, which is something, you know, I want to do for a living.
Yeah, it was surreal, but it really kind of helped my kind of like self-belief and confidence.
It's pretty surreal. We were thrown straight into it pretty much, so you sort of had no room to sort of freak yourself out. Just had to jump straight into it and write songs.
Popakademie was something that I have never experienced anything like it. It was the most amount of talent I've ever seen in one place.
It was amazing. It was very different. It was unlike anything I've kind of experienced. They're pretty crazy over there, like with their music. It's a lot less. The students are a lot less sort of complacent than in Australia. Like there's a lot less kind of self-doubt, which is certainly something I've experienced at times. But when you get there, like no one's really doubting themselves at all. They're just keen to get going, and you sit down and it's like, all right, we're starting. Super efficient songwriting, great culture, like super friendly people.
It was pretty exciting to work with very efficient producers and songwriters that punched out some solid songs in a week. Is pretty cool, and a steep learning curve for me. I learnt a lot about production that isn't really a strength of mine, and it's actually something that moving forward in my career is something I really want to be focusing on and sort of get that next level of my songwriting up.
I know when I was at Popakademie, we sat down and it was like, all right, like what's your experience writing like hyperpop stuff? And that's very out of my depth, and I was able to contribute in ways that I wouldn't have kind of thought.
From here, I'll definitely focus on more collaboration and working with more people, because I find that was really amazing for me, and it boosted me in so many different ways, and the music that resulted was so amazing.
The whole production side of thing is something that truly inspired me. To know that you can write sort of the standard of tunes that we wrote in someone's bedroom with some pretty basic, not basic, but pretty accessible equipment was something that probably inspired me to go, I can probably do something like that with a bit of, you know, hard work and determination. So I think moving forward for me in my career, the opportunity to have a decent enough song recorded and produced to pitch to labels that could potentially get signed or released by myself or someone else is, yeah, it's something that I didn't really consider an option for me until really experiencing Germany.
Definitely just kind of like push my own music and like try and get into more rooms with people and do some co-writing.
Genuinely one of the coolest places, especially for the music side of things. Like we were working with some mentors that know the ins and outs of the industry, and I just think in Germany there's no fear, I guess. Like everyone's just like, no, this is what I want, and I'm going to try my hardest to get it. And I think Germany sort of embraces that in their culture. Like the arts is very sort of admired and supported, and it's sort of cool to have that sort of inspiration to sort of move forward in my career in writing.